Okay, Fitnat here with another Cartridge Club Hangout. It's probably going to be a short one. It's just me and Musty so far. How's it going?
Doing all right. How are you?
Pretty good.
I'm in con prep mode. So I'm
Nice.
trying to get lists figured out and all of the above.
And just for clarity of the stream, that's the Midwest Expo, right?
Yes, Midwest Gaming Classic is this weekend in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So me and I guess I consider it. It's not. It's more Rocket's home show because he lives minutes away. But it's a drive for me, and I have family in the area as well. So uh, it's one that I don't see myself missing anytime in the near future. So
Nice. Eric's in the chat and he was just asking, hey, is no one on yet? And then we popped on, so timing.
haha, see, everything falls into place.
Yep. Might be late, but it eventually happens.
Yeah. Well,
but
it's tough.
mhm. Yeah, I'm always like going, should I change the time? Is it just a weird day for people? I have no idea. I just generally keep it around the same time just so someone's not looking for it and then it's like a half hour later than they're expecting or something. Like
Yeah.
that'll be the day people are looking for it at 6. Pacific, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's tough because
It's not a set thing with a guest list or topics. It's just
it's
people
not
popping on.
it's not, and we've never wanted it to be, and
Yeah.
I don't think you would
No.
want to take it in that direction either. So it's just a
No, that would
matter of,
make it its own thing.
I mean, if you wanted it to be its own thing, then you absolutely could, but it's just we don't have the same like consistent crew that we did like
Yeah.
years ago when all this was kind of in its infancy. Um,
The novelty hath worn off.
oh, I don't know. It's not like so many people have like moved on, but like there's some people who just would make it. I'm just trying to think back to like the early days of Paul's run.
Yeah, I can't even remember when he started it up. But it's like people's schedules change and stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah, well, like because Curtis would make it once in a while,
Mm.
and Kevin was in every week, and I'm trying to think of who else. Kyle would pop in once in a while. I'm calling out a bunch of people who might be lurking in the chat. Uh, but yeah, I mean, yes, circumstances change, and some people just, it's a balancing act. I took the covers off. These are removable covers for my headphones. There we go.
Reveal the Borg innards.
Yeah, they're magnetic, and then but they also they have a translucent section. So the color can show through just the G.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if those are showing very. There you go. Right there.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a nice headset. I like it. I'm happy with it.
Anyway, just to end the like hangout time confusion
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
I don't mean to make it a deal. It's a little awkward sitting here waiting for people to join and like wondering if I need to change the times or something.
Well, but you've had other times where you've fired it up and like, Cody's been around right away,
Yeah.
or somebody's hopped in, fairly quickly. It's just, yeah, it's just,
It depends.
it all depends. Always does.
Yeah. Anyway, not to harp on that anymore. But
I should ask you before, because there's a chance that Ryan gets in here and he's probably going to want to talk Midwest for most of the time that he's around. I was going to ask you if you have predictions or plan or like hopes for Celebration this weekend.
oh, for Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah.
I just hope it's not a dumpster fire on Twitter. mostly. It's in terms of stuff I'm hoping to see, it's pretty much guaranteed. Like we're going to see Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That's a mouthful of a title, but hey, you can only do so much at this point
Yeah.
with the titles that are left. The mixing of Star Wars words. And so hopefully that's cool. We'll probably get a title and a trailer for episode 9, so that'll be cool. Just anything beyond that is a bonus.
Yeah.
I'm just happy whenever cool Star Wars stuff is happening. So anything will be satisfying, I'm sure. Ooh, new Clone Wars season stuff. That would be awesome because they're making a
Mandalorian also.
That as well, but just in terms of stuff we know is in the pipeline. Well, that we know that's in the pipeline, but it's post production, so it might not be done yet. I'm not expecting anything from that, but I will be happy to see it if they have it. Same with the Cassian Andor show. But yeah, they announced a 7th and final like wrap up season for the Clone Wars cartoon. I think they announced that last year. So if they have a trailer for that, that'll be awesome.
And that'll probably drop pre what's it called? Episode 9.
Yeah.
Kind of that'll be the thing that strings us through like the late summer and early fall, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, because the current cartoon, Star Wars Resistance, wrapped up its first season, so that's not going. And yeah. Anyway, hey Eric.
Hello, Eric.
Hello.
You're back in the room.
I am. I think I was back. Was I back last week too? I can't remember.
Possibly.
I don't remember last week.
Were you on? Were you playing Anthem or something?
No, what was I doing last week? I was here.
Yeah, you were playing something though. Maybe Zelda 2.
No, it was Anthem, I think.
Yeah, chances are.
Chances are it was Anthem.
Yeah. I need to hop back on that at some point with the new TV and everything. I want to get some more time in that.
Nice.
Yeah, I actually my live, my like $2 for 2 months of live expired, and so I'm dragging my feet to like I turned off the auto renew.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they either throw me another like, hey, maybe stick around for $1 for 1 more month, and string them along a little bit because they've done that to me before. But I honestly haven't had a chance to even fire up the Xbox since last week. I've just had some other things in the pipeline. I'm playing.
Yeah, with all your streaming and such.
It's fun. It is so much fun. I'm having such a good time with it.
You got a thing every night this week, man.
I know.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, because I moved Friday to Thursday, and then Friday I'm going to Milwaukee. So,
yep.
That's
a heck of a schedule.
And that Halo Fireteam Raven is going to be there.
The arcade game thing?
The 4-player arcade game deal, yeah.
Oh, cool.
That was the thing that was around. But that's awesome.
It's at Dave & Buster's. But like that's where they initially released it, and then somebody posted pictures of a 2-player one that was more like that Jurassic Park one or the
Terminator Salvation.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
any other licensed rail shooter.
Screen rail shooter, yeah.
Yeah.
Where you just throw whatever game on.
Yeah, basically. But apparently they are bringing the full 4-person unit to this thing, and so I was like shaky on bringing my actual camera equipment. I won't bring the lights and stuff, but I am probably going to bring my camera now because of that. And now there's just like I just keep hearing more and more people who are like, I'm gonna be there. And so I'm like, okay, well, let's actually take some footage this time. Like I have to force myself to do that, and like I almost need to set like phone reminders to be like record something, anything. Yeah, just have the two of us saying hi in the camera or wave at it or something. Get B-roll, lots of it. I'm putting together my list. I'm trying not to. I have a couple of trade deals I'm lining up. Oh,
For
Eric,
Midwest?
yeah.
Okay.
You will know. I will let you know that the my SMS is going to a good home.
Oh, is it going to someone at Midwest?
Yes.
Okay, good. Do
Somebody
I know the person?
who you know the name, I think.
Okay.
It is math based.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've been watching his stuff.
It was his number one on his What I Want at Midwest.
That's right.
And so I'm
I
like,
just watched that.
I got it. And so we figured out he's getting a couple games and the system and the phaser and all that from me. So
That's right.
yeah.
That's right. I remember that.
Yes.
Cool. That's good.
Yeah. So
I was watching his stuff from last year, Midwest stuff, and he did a great job. Like he had 10 things or whatever on his wish list. I think you really started something there, by the way. I don't know if that was you or what, but all these guys,
no one was doing those 3 years ago.
Yeah. So anyway, last year he did the top 10 and he got a lot of stuff from it. But that's cool. But yeah, I've seen a lot of top fives. What I want from Midwest, man. I think that's from you.
Yeah, those convention want list videos. There's one disadvantage, and if the sellers ever realize that these videos exist, it is going to hurt my ability to haggle a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, could drive prices up on certain items if a lot of people are looking for it.
If they heard multiple people, yeah, like if everyone all of a sudden was like, I have to find Mega Man 2.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted a copy. I had this in my peripheral, so
yeah.
So as an example of
that's how I went to Mega Man 2.
That's how I felt about Die Hard last year at PRGE.
Yep.
Like I mentioned it, or somebody mentioned it, and then a bunch of us were looking for it. It's like, oh, come on.
And then Cody snaked it.
Cody grabbed a good copy. Yeah. Anyway, I suppose I just did it because I want, not that I think the vendors are going to watch, but although apparently they did watch my PRGE one last year, I got a couple people said they had seen our PRGE prep video. Anyway, I just want the vendors to bring this stuff. It's like, hey, I'm interested in this. Please bring it.
Right.
But
yeah, it'd be funny if you walked up at a table, they didn't say anything, they just looked up and they pulled a game out.
No, that's never happened yet.
That would be funny though.
Yeah, I have something just for you.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're here.
Yeah. No, it's not happened yet, but anyway.
Ooh.
Well, that's good. I'm glad it's going. That guy.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it's not. I didn't like. I'm glad I didn't turn around and like. I never really was in a spot where I was going to just take it to a local shop and trade it in, because they would have given me 40% of value, and in this case, like I took value and even gave a substantial discount because, we're cool with each other, and I'm still happy with what I'm getting from my side of it.
Is he the guy that gave you that thing last year, like right at the last minute? We were like near a stairwell or something, and somebody walked up to you.
No, that was Vigigamer.
Okay.
And that was a loose copy of Odama.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Did you ever get the microphone?
I did. Julian gave it to me.
Okay, I thought
Julian had an extra, so he hooked me up with that. I've yet to try it.
I know. I haven't tried it either. There's only a couple games it works with, and the only one I have is Odama, and my copy of Odama is still sealed. So
gotcha.
To open it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like right now, and I think Ryan might be in the same boat here. I really want to see that GameCube Eon adapter. Like, I want to see it in person.
What is that?
The HDMI adapter
Oh, yeah.
that fits into the back of it. Because right now, almost everything I'm running into this potential stream setup that I have going on is HDMI, except for the N64, the GameCube, and the PS2.
Yeah. That thing is expensive. They were selling it. They had Castlemania games at Cowlitz, and they had a couple of those things.
Mm-hmm.
They're like $120, aren't they?
They're normally 150, so that's a 20% discount right there.
Maybe they had and then they auctioned it off, and I'm like, okay, I was a high bidder at $35. But obviously, as the bidding ended, it went way past that. But in the middle of the expo, I was the high bidder at 35. I'm like, yeah, I'll buy it for 35, sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I got outbid. There's no way that thing wasn't going to go almost to retail, if not past it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're kind of expensive. But yeah, they had them there. All right, so you're on the lookout for one of those.
I want to see it. I want to see if it's worth my money, because it's not like I'm clamoring to play a ton of GameCube games, but it is a system that I am deprioritizing because I have other things that I could play that I could also stream.
Does your GameCube have the digital? Because I asked the guy, I said, it requires the digital out, right? And he said, yeah.
Yeah, mine does.
You've got that? Okay.
Yes. Those were the earlier ones, right? Or is it the other way around?
Yeah. No, they were the earlier ones.
Yes, I do have an earlier one. Before they stripped out the stuff that made it cheaper to make.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you start FF8 yet? I'm kidding.
No, man.
You're playing Shenmue. Please.
You know where I'm at, and I need to focus on that because I want to get it done in time. So
yeah.
And it takes me forever. Ryan, don't say anything. But I would love to play along. I want to, because I want to watch your streams, but I don't want the game spoiled.
Yeah, no, and I realize that, and so
I'd totally be there. Mondays are not good. Wednesdays you're doing NES, so
I don't have to do NES. And I was actually talking with the people who were there last night. Last night was actually my best night so far, and it's progressed. It's progressed the way that I want. Yes, like view count and average and concurrent, like those numbers were all all-time highs yesterday.
Oh, good.
So,
congrats.
Yeah. I've been trying to make things really interesting if I can. Zelda 2 itself is but at one point last night it was easily an hour where I was just grinding. You know how the in some of the temples they've got the statue of like right at the front, and if you hit it in the face it'll either drop a full magic potion or it'll turn into an actual one of those knight guys, if you didn't know it.
Yeah,
this is the thing. I spent 45 minutes, maybe an hour, just grinding that, like going in, hitting that, getting the 100 experience, leaving, coming back, and really? we just spent the time talking, like me and the people in chat.
Yeah, that's cool.
Spent the time just talking about collecting, and like it was wild. And they were having fun watching me do that, and
yeah, that's cool. That's great.
Yeah. But I was asking them, like, you know, is the Wednesday thing, like, it's cute, it's also kind of cliche.
The Wednesday. Yeah.
The Wednesday thing is
that. Yeah,
it's tweet. Ryan hates it.
I appreciate the puns.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's there's this like subset of Twitter that likes to, you know, just blast certain days, like days that even don't make sense. Like, here's PSP Thursday. It's like, why? Like PS Tuesday, I get it. PS Tuesday, like that makes sense. You know, but Xbox One S Saturday. No, but it's like Steven was saying, you should play games that are based on Lord of the Rings. I'm like, I totally could.
Yeah.
Why don't I? Right? Like, and at some point, I think I will. But right now, it was like this was an easy way to get in with the retro scene, which I think right now the retro scene on Twitch is a lot of speedrunners, and there aren't a ton of. I'm going to sound totally conceited right now, so I'm just going to say it. Just know that I'm trying not to sound this way. There aren't a lot of personality streamers in the retro section.
Is that right?
Every time I go look, I don't see, like, there's some people who no cam, no mic at all. All they're doing is broadcasting gameplay. I assume they're doing that for, in some cases, they're doing it for speed runs, and so they have the broadcast for the purpose of having documentation. Yeah.
Or speedrunners are just not really talking because they're paying attention to what they're doing.
Right, and that's totally fine. There's a place for all of these things. I don't see the variety retro streamer who is there and super engaged with their viewers, and either that or they're trying and they're not doing it very well. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm trying not to be a critic because I've done this for a week. So who the hell am I to say this, right?
You're not necessarily criticizing anything. You're just noticing a lack of a particular kind of content and taking advantage of it.
I like to think I know a thing or two. I've
been researching this stuff for like weeks and weeks and weeks. I've been trying to like mobilize to prepare for this, and so I'm seeing what the guys are talking about. Like, well, how do you as a BR gamer, right? Like your Apex, your Fortnite, your like, how do you? Here's what you have to do to get noticed in those, and it's like this applies to whatever category you're going after. It's just that right now I'm not seeing a ton of people who are like, I see a lot more people when I pop into the chat, they've got a timer ticking on the side, and I'm just like, okay. I'm really not here to watch you speedrun this, but that's okay because others are. And others are there to learn, because I think I want the engagement out of Twitch. I think and those streams have been like, especially the ones that I popped into and found like a streamer who has really good interactivity with their chat. Even like the big streamers that haven't like shut that out and just there's some who just let that live on their own, and just let the mods deal with all the conversation and like rarely pay attention to it, like certain mustachioed people. And yes, I checked out one of his streams, Ryan.
Speaking of user engagement in streams, hey Ryan and hey James in the chat.
Hey James.
Hello.
I'm just messing around in Warframe while you guys are talking.
All right, I'm going off on a little. Hope it's not ranty, but it's just
no, it's fine.
I'm trying to find a niche that works for me, and
I can't wait for your Halloween episode where you dress as your hero.
Oh, I'll have to put like I'll have to specifically put parody in the. You mean my hero, the guy who's on the G Fuel tub? Okay. Yep. You really want me to do that?
Oh, that'd be a hilarious stream.
Who is this? What? G Fuel? What's that?
It's I'll explain G Fuel because I used to work for a supplement company. G Fuel is essentially what Gatorade 2 is. You remember G2? I think it's still in stores, but it's a powder. It's a powder. We call it electrolyte, kind of like Gatorade, but it also has like caffeine in it. So it's G Fuel is a marketed version towards gamers. It's not really even that much different. It's pretty much the same thing, except it's marketed towards gamers that
Yeah.
popular streamers and everything will have them be their sponsor and say, I take J Fuel to help me be a better gamer. It's like, you know, the ones that sell the glasses that they're like the pro glasses. So
the Gunnar optics. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can game longer, you know, so your eyes don't get so tired. So
Is the guy on the case?
Oh yeah.
So the
package?
There was an ad on Wario 64 yesterday, maybe 2 days ago. It was yesterday that was somebody had gotten a brand deal and is now emblazoned on the side of their tubs of powdered energy drinks, and
Is
it's
it Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw it on Amazon. I found it. And you could dress up like that guy. You just got to grow out that mustache.
I'm sure you can go buy yourself like a $10 caveman, not even $10, like a $5 caveman wig out on Halloween time, and you'd be fine.
I mean, that's what he's doing. He's entirely a character. Like, he doesn't look like that. That mustache might not even be real.
Dr. Disrespect. All right.
But he was the one who won the like trending gamer two game awards ago. And then like the scandal came out a week later that he was cheating on his wife.
Oof.
Oh.
And then he took time off, and you know, obviously, I don't know what.
Now he's got a promotion with G Fuel.
Now he's got G Fuel. But
cool.
Ryan always gives me the gears and says that he's my my favorite.
I got you.
Yeah. So hi, James. We should say hi to James. You said it already, Fitnap, but we should. But yes, I agree that getting started on Twitch is not an easy undertaking. And so it certainly helps when there are people who are able to drop in. And that's another reason why I'm leery of playing some games, because to your point, Eric, exactly, right? Like, there are people who don't want to have that game ruined for them. And so that's not a good stream game because of it, right? There are the people, you get the people who love the game and will watch you play and experience for the first time the stuff that they adore.
Yeah.
And I assume that there's like, you know, a subset of Shenmue people who are big into that. I assume that there's some Zelda people who are into that. And so like finding people who are playing a game for the first time can sometimes be appealing, because then you get to almost experience their experience.
Yeah.
Brand new. But if you wanted that experience yourself and you haven't already had that, then that kind of puts you in a bad spot.
Well, I don't know how you're going to avoid that. I mean, it depends on the audience, right? And you just have to pick games that are old enough that most people will have played them, or just pick games that you want to play, you know, and
and that's
bring the
where
excitement to it, and you'll draw an audience, I suspect.
That's where my Wednesdays are, is like stupid me said, hey, any requests? And P1 wants me to play Kid Icarus, and I really don't
want to play that.
I really don't, because I've seen those guys play it, and I'm kind of content with it. But Ryan wants it. I know that. I think Travis wants it.
You should have learned your lesson about requests when I told you to play that song in Beat Saber.
But that was like, I love that song now. Like,
yeah. You just didn't know it was like twice as long and difficult as everything else.
Right.
At the time.
Right. But like, to this point, like I am notes away from full comboing that on hard.
Oh, awesome.
I haven't beaten it on expert yet, because for some reason I feel like I'm not able to keep up on expert. And I see those guys, I see Josh and Bill and those guys playing, and it's just like I see them throwing down scores on expert, and I'm just like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing wrong? Like,
I'm assuming you practice the songs at slower speeds at this point.
I don't. I mean, I assume maybe that's what they're doing, but I haven't been, and maybe that's what I need to do.
Yeah, I mean, like when you're having difficult spots in a song, you just want to slow the song down and just practice and memorize it.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to need to do a ton of when I finally get back into playing it, because I haven't played in months.
Yeah.
It went
the song they added this week is, or late last week, is crazy. Just say that is nuts. Like it's one of those where I just like failed and just started laughing because I'm just like, there's no way this is happening. Just say hi to Dubious Gaming.
Hey, Dubes.
Hey, Dubious in the chat.
Are those free? Are there free Beat Saber games?
Songs.
They've added some with patches. This
And
one,
there was DLC at one point, right? Though
there was a 10-song DLC pack that you could pick up for $10.
Yeah.
It was either $10 or $12, I think. Or you could buy the songs individually if you wanted, but you might as well. I mean, like to me, I was like, yeah, I did buy the pack, yeah.
Okay, because you guys were talking about a bunch of new songs, and I looked, and I'm like, well, there's a DLC pack, but it's $10, and I thought you guys were talking about free songs, but those patches,
yeah,
so you get them automatically.
Yes, so the new song that came out is called Crab Rave, I think. And they changed the colors to like green and something else. Like the sabers are different colors.
Yeah. Okay.
I like when they do that. Like,
I haven't. Okay.
It would almost be
I'm
great.
concerned when they do that because of color blindness.
Oh, that's fair. Creepleet's in the chat too. Yes. Wow. Yes, we are talking about Beat Saber.
He must have heard us talking about him.
That's right. His ears were burning. But yeah, no, the songs that they added, if you've gone in there recently, there's Volume 1, Volume 2, extras, and then there's the DLC pack. And the extras one has like 4 songs in it. One is Angel Voices, one is I'm forgetting it. There's the KDA one. And then there's this new one, this Popstar. Yeah, Popstar.
This is in the game. They've broken them out.
Yeah, so they broke them out into like the menu structure is different. So maybe they did that a couple of weeks ago.
I haven't played it in like a month or more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so let me just tell Josh, we weren't talking crap. We were. I fell behind on you and Bill and your guys' race to the top for Point Rush on those, and I just I can't seem to beat some of these songs on Expert, and I don't know why that is. And I won't dare go to Expert Plus. There's just no way. Like I just cannot manage that.
There's an Expert Plus?
Yes, they added Expert Plus also. Now I could turn all the modifiers to simplify it and then just finish it like that and just be content. Could totally do that and just be like, hey, this is a score. It counts, right? But then I'm not only cheating the game, but I'm cheating myself.
Oh, but I'm just...
Why is that a thing? Why is that a meme now? Where did that come from?
People are complaining about
is it the Sakuro thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, hey, VigiGamer.
Hello, VigiGamer.
But
see you this weekend, man.
Is that quote from some review or something?
No, it's from just some dumbass on Twitter, I think.
Okay.
The Sonic one from today. Did you see the Sonic one?
That was great.
I did see that one for those Marble Zone 2. That one.
Yeah.
Who posted it?
The official Sonic.
Yeah, it's on the official Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter.
Okay.
It's Josh. You should watch it because it's
So is amazing. That I saw one from Frantic where it was like the penguin racing Mario, and I actually thought that was legitimate. So that was actually the meme too, right? That's not where it came from. It didn't come from that game. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
I think I saw a clip, but I never watched it.
I didn't watch that one.
In Mario 64, you can cheat the race basically, and if you do it the second time, the first time it doesn't count against you. The second time, the penguin says you cheated.
But it doesn't say this whole thing. You didn't grow. You didn't improve.
No,
that was somebody modifying it for the meme, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So the Sonic one is just the end of the. Whoa! Sorry, it started playing.
You should just watch it. Just
the end
take
level.
the time
Yeah,
to watch
it's
it.
short. It's short.
Very short, but it's
Okay. I think I found it. It's him going through Marble Zone, right?
Yep.
Yeah, glitching through Marble Zone.
Oh yeah. Okay. Is that glitch legit?
Yep. Oh, the speedrunners use that one. Ones that cheat.
This is insane. Okay. All right. This is so bizarre. Okay, so you think some guy just tweeted this?
It was some kind of comment, either a social media thing, a YouTube thing, Reddit, who knows? But just a random jackass saying something, I think.
And now it's a meme, huh?
it kind of gained critical mass and became the like. But I don't know, like all of the talk. It's like this is. It's funny that this conversation is happening when we're playing Zelda 2 as the game of the month, right? Because there are people who are playing the game on the Switch and who are playing the SP mode. And that's awesome because those people would not have played this game if it weren't for that.
Someone needs to work up a version of the meme though for this month.
Don't worry, I'll be the meme, and a shopkeeper. I will list if they participated. I will say they beat the SP version, not the regular version.
Don't shame people. Do not shame people.
It's not shaming. But you don't get credit for beating that game. You beat.
Who needs credit? I want them to participate. I want them to participate in the game of the month. I don't care how they do it.
They are playing the SP. You don't get credits for that. You get credits for the SP version.
Yeah, you must.
Wait, Ryan, you're a hard ass about this. I thought you were busting my balls about this all the time.
What's up?
I thought you were busting my chops about my rule.
What? No, you don't. Hey, you don't do baby mode.
All right.
You have your very rules that I bow down to. The Q Dog rules.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That you must not save the game through save states. You must kill yourself to save the game.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Every time.
Or plug in a second controller.
Yep. That is such a weird condition. I haven't even played the game yet, but I saw that conversation on Twitter with Matt Bandy, and I just thought that was
there's some
odd
thing. James asks where the NES Classic players fall under. Now, NES Classic players do not have SP mode. So SP mode, for context, starts you off with.
Let me know if you save stated.
SP mode. SP mode starts you off at level, like you're at max level on all three: life, health, or life, magic, and your attack. But now I don't know if you also have all the items already, or if you still have to acquire those. That's the part I'm not sure on. You obviously still have to complete the dungeons to finish it. The difference being that if you go into the first dungeon with an 8 attack, you are going to wipe most of everything in that dungeon. And so, like, I am playing on my cart. I am playing on the Retron, and I have used a save state here or there because I've been doing this on stream, and I wanted to have an entertaining stream. So I wasn't going to make people sit and watch me walk all the way back from the main castle because I made a mistake, right? Like, unless it was advantageous to start that way. Like if I gained a level or two or leveled a couple things up, I wasn't going to erase that progress. So those times I had to deal with it, and I don't care. And Ryan, you can give me all the crap you want.
I'll save it for the show.
That's fine.
Can I ask?
Gloves are off, man. Go ahead, Eric. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is a basic question, and I actually got stuck in the beginning of the game because of this. This is very early. I apologize if this is a spoiler, but from what I can tell,
it's like a 30-year-old game, man. Who cares?
Yeah, well, fair enough. So, from what I can tell, one of the first items you need, or you should maybe get, is a candle so that you can see in the caves. Mm-hmm. Is it true that you have to go through a cave, the first cave, without it?
Right.
Okay. I got stuck for a long time. I'm like, that can't be true. They can't actually tell you need a candle for the caves and then make you go through one without it.
So yeah, like there is one creature in there, but it doesn't do much damage, and you can see a slight movement on the floor, so you know that it's coming.
Okay. I just want to make sure because that's what I looked at a walkthrough. It said you got to go through it, and I thought that was a strange choice. But hey,
if you're gonna use a walkthrough, use Zelda Dungeon. They're the best.
Well, I only wanted to just check this one thing because I'm like, I'm lost. I don't know what's happening here. It keeps telling me to go to the west. Oh, and that's the other thing. Somebody said go to the west, and I'm like, there's nothing to the west. You actually have to go north and east. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
The very first desert is north and east of that town, but there's a guy
cave is west, though. I believe that cave is west, or it's north, and then you go west after
the one where the trophy is.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know the structure of the game well enough to know exactly what you're talking about, but
are we sure it's not west?
West.
Yeah.
When you say that, what did you say was to the west and up?
I think there's that cave. I can't remember. Maybe the candle or something like cave or something like that's up.
No, the candle's in the first dungeon.
Okay.
But that's
the
up
first
in
temple. I'm sorry, not
to the north, right?
The cave.
I forget the town I'm talking about. There's a kid. It's a little kid. And he says, go west. And I'm like, there's nothing to the west but a field.
Because as we know, NES translations are always accurate.
Well, apparently, I don't think I'm remembering it wrong, but apparently it's not ringing a bell with you guys either. So
yeah, I'm
without showing you, I'm not sure what to say about it. All right.
So James says he's still working on it too.
Huh?
James says he's still working on the first dungeon.
All right. Well, you guys don't remember a particularly bad translation for that part.
I know. I'm having the time of my life trying to get through Death Mountain at the moment. So trying to get the hammer Death Mountain. So that's what I'm at.
Bagu. That's
I'm already past that part. I'm in the part trying to get the hammer so I can get another magic tube before I cross into the graveyard. That's where I'm at right now.
I'm at the island temple right now, which is after the graveyard. Yeah. Oh, Cody's here to stir the pot.
Yep.
Hello, Cody.
Hey, Cody.
Hey, Cody. Good job misspelling konnichiwa.
I was gonna tell. Yeah, I wasn't gonna tell him.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah, but
surprised you know how to spell that. I'm not saying it's an insult, but
first W.
I don't think I've ever looked up how to spell konnichiwa.
No, I'm a weeb. It's fine.
But yeah. We should say hi to old ass retro gamer if he's still here, and hi, Steven.
Oh, hi. Oh yeah, boy, I told you, the chat's really jumping.
The chat woke up.
Vidya gamers in here too. I don't know if you saw that, Musty.
I did. I said hi.
Oh, you did.
We'll be seeing him this weekend too.
Yeah, how'd you get? You got front and center on that poster for your panel.
I think you went last year, and they just kind of just.
Well, it's a different poster.
Yeah, but I think it's the same exact kind of layout with you guys.
It's similar. I mean, he's doing the Streets of Rage thing.
Oh, right.
The panel of downtown.
Who's on your panel?
Captain Algebra, old ass retro gamer, myself, Church, and Taylor who's Rising Blue Phoenix, and he's the one who probably none of you guys are overly familiar with.
So
last year he missed the show,
and he was on the Captain Algebra was not part of it last year. And then Jason from Corpse Flood Gaming is going to moderate for us. So
he is okay.
Yes,
because he was last year. I thought and Chris old ass retro isn't moderating. Isn't he the guy that's holding his hands above all of you?
No, that's Jason.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Oh, he says it's the hair. That's the reason why.
I don't remember.
That Chris says it's the hair. That's why I'm in there.
Yeah.
Well, he wanted to break up the cue balls, right?
Yeah. Bald, Jerry. You're bald.
Where can I find a picture of that poster? Who tweeted it?
He did.
Who?
He.
Oh, shit,
I think he tweeted it. If not, Church did too. I suspect.
All right, I'll check and see.
_game brander.
Let's see if I can find it. I'm just going to scroll through his media until I.
Who's
I know.
gonna
I'm
find
sorry.
it first? No.
There it is. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. Boy, I totally remembered that wrong.
But that's also an old picture of me, but that's because I just didn't have a good picture. So
that's when all your
James.
thumbnails. It's all when all your thumbnails have your mouth open and too.
Oh yeah, that's also true. So we were originally going to have Janet Garcia, who's Gamonisis, on the panel, but she ended up getting that job at IGN, and so she had to cancel all of her plans.
Wow.
Yeah. Congratulations on achieving your dreams.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he had I think I'm trying to remember where but yeah, it was he had him spaced out so that it was bald hair.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But yeah, what was I gonna say? But yeah, we should say goodnight to James. Thank you for coming by, James.
Good night. Fighting to stay awake? How can that be? This is
How
complete
dare you?
utter excitement over here.
See, that's the thing. We take the normal Hangout time and then we compress it all into a much shorter vessel, and suddenly it's all amplified. It's wonderful.
Well, it's been raining here every day for like the last 10 days, and tonight's the first night it didn't rain, so I had to get outside to mow the lawn because it's growing like crazy, and I couldn't let it get any longer. So
guess what? It's supposed to snow here tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't believe it when I saw somebody tweet.
But then again, it's supposed
apparently
to be
Minnesota is going to get crushed.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw that.
And upstate Wisconsin. But I think following the snow tomorrow night, it's going to be like 50 then on Thursday and rain. So it's kind of like it's just going to be gone by that point. So,
all right. I remember it snowed last year.
Yep.
It's crazy.
That was the worst snowstorm of the year, too. That was the worst. I was like, great.
That was crazy.
Yeah, just perfect.
Is Julian coming this year? Are you guys going to see Julian?
Yep.
Damn, I wish we could have gone. And you're going to get to see Haji, too.
Hodge will be there, and Hodge and fam will be there. Yeah.
That's going to be a good time, guys.
It will be.
Is Dean coming out?
No.
Dean's in Alaska.
Oh, really?
Yes.
No idea.
For work.
Oh, that guy
where all they eat is sushi, is what he told me.
Let's all pretend to be shocked.
Yeah, no
about Dean traveling.
Dean's traveling for work?
Yeah. Shocked.
What? There's just no clubbers in Alaska, so you couldn't, That's why we haven't heard from him quite as much. But what was I going to say?
I forgot. So after last week's issues, I said the hell with this 8.1 crap, and I upgraded the 10. And so everything seems to be working great now.
Windows 10?
Windows 10, yeah.
Okay.
And now I forgot. I had previously on that 8.1, I had my I had Office 2016, but it was only reason I had it is because I had it with school and the license never expired for some reason.
Yeah.
And now I don't have Office anymore, so I'm going back to Portland spreadsheet and I'm comparing it with a list I've sent Jason NJ Retro to fix the things now that I'm missing and that I no longer need on here and updating the prices.
I'm debating whether I even want to bother doing all the pricing. I could probably find some time to do that between now and Friday, but some of me just doesn't want to have to manage that. But it would be stupid to walk into a convention and not know how much things
Sure, I'll
cost.
take this, whatever you want, sir.
Like, stack it up.
Sure, that seems like a great price.
Yeah. But like I was looking and like compared to previous years, like I am like tightening that focus big time. Like, I'm not looking at any. Like, I had Xbox and 360 games on the list, but I was basically just hiding those rows for this time because I don't know that I have other things I would much rather get. Well, part of it's because I opened up the Famicom, Super Famicom and Famicom libraries to myself now,
boy,
which is trouble.
That's true. Well, wait a minute. What were your five, or what are you focused on again? What's your
five,
focus?
I want those Make My Video Sega CD games.
That's right. Okay.
I still have those 2 left to go.
Yep.
I want to get the Final Fantasies on the Famicom and Super Famicom complete, and I'm hoping I can find them cheap, because now I could language patch them. I at least have a system that I'm capable of playing them on if I wanted to play them, without having to mod a formal Super Nintendo to make it happen.
You want them complete?
I do want them complete. Like Final Fantasy is the one system that I want, or the one series that I want complete.
All right, because I have a duplicate of Final Fantasy V, but it's not complete.
There was an eBay listing that had 4, 5, 6, and Mystic Quest, all complete, and I was very close to it, but I'm like, I could have what happened to Julian last year and have a $5 one drop into his lap, in which case then I'm paying up for it. Yeah. And I'd rather try and leverage some, because I get the feeling import stuff doesn't get looked at as much.
Yeah.
There's like that rabid fan base of import collectors, but like most people are probably just pass it over.
Where's your Nintendo?
That's right. Do you have manuals?
What else were you looking for?
Devil's Third for Wii U.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. You see, Steven Eider got Club Resort.
Oh, did he?
He got Wii Sports Club for the Wii U. He said he got it for $2.
Explain the relevance of this for me.
Wii Sports Club is Wii Sports for the Wii U, but the physical. So when they sold it initially, it was released as digital, and you had to buy the sports individually.
Yeah.
So it was like a few bucks. It was like maybe like $8 or $10 a sport. So if you only wanted the bowling, then you only had to pay for the bowling. But there is a physical disc that has all of it, and that is it's like 40 to 60 US, depending on. Yeah,
one of the pricier ones, relatively speaking.
Yeah, I mean, and I think it's just a low print run situation there, because it was primarily a Wii U eShop title.
Yeah, like that Rusty's baseball challenge or whatever the hell on 3DS, not a physical edition, essentially.
Yep.
I enjoyed that. I actually wish they did put a physical edition out. Just simple little stuff, but fun.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Devil's Third's another low print run, and I want that game. Like,
just for the collection, right? Is it good? I heard it wasn't that. Isn't that one that weird? Some people love it, some people hate it.
I think it's like a campy action movie.
Okay.
And it's probably like
basically, right?
But it's Team Ninja, right? It is Team Ninja, I think.
You want me to get the box?
Sounds right.
Do you have it?
Ryan?
Yeah, I bought it years ago when it came out. I was lucky enough to when I think GameStop might have had it as an exclusive. It was either them or Amazon.
I remember they got like a new print run or something, right?
Almost no one really wanted to carry it.
Well, I mean, it's the one of the few M-rated games on the Wii U, right? Like, so it kind of has that going for it. It's like Mad World was on the Wii.
Yeah,
but they sold a whole lot more copies of Mad World.
Mad World, Mad World wasn't hard to find.
Yeah,
because it's actually good.
Okay, he's grabbing it. I think it's Itagaki's game. So yeah,
that sounds right.
Team Ninja. I'm pretty sure that's who it is. Ryan will confirm. But other than that, I want to get one of the big 4 Capcom titles. So one of either DuckTales 2, Chip 'n Dale 2, Snow Brothers, or Mighty Final Fight. That's probably the lowest of those that I would prefer. I want Snow Brothers, really, is what I want.
Okay.
You're willing to spend too much money is the thing.
Well, I mean, so I have all that stuff I listed on the club site as far as like, here's my trade stuff. There's still some stuff on there that could help me buy that price down, maybe in full.
Is there anything there that I haven't looked over since getting Bloodlines from you?
I was going to add God Hand to the list.
That's fine.
What are you asking for God Hand?
I don't know. It's still on my shelf.
Okay.
I have not even looked it up, but I know that it's
pretty up there. I mean, I think it's cheap.
I've heard it might cost at least an arm, if not a leg. Down.
That's right. Oh yeah.
Well,
it's just one of those that I don't know that I'm gonna play it, and therefore don't need to have a physical version of it.
Yeah, I've got it digital. That's the thing. I paid a couple bucks for it. That's probably
Same here. I haven't touched it.
But I've got what else do I have that like Wonder Boy 3 Dragon's
You're
Trap.
selling that?
Well, I won't have a Master System.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't have the adapter, so that's what could happen by selling this Master System to somebody else. But he's not taking, like, he doesn't want the loose games, and so I still have all the loose games. Yeah. So it's like for some of them, it's like, well, I could wait. I could get that Game Gear SMS adapter for the Retron, and then suddenly I can play those if I decided to, because I still have some good loose titles for the system. It's just
is Wonder Boy one of them? 3? Wonder Boy 3?
Yeah, Wonder Boy 3, R-Type. Those I think are the 2 biggest ones that I have left.
Is that sealed, Ryan?
Yeah, it is. I've never opened it yet.
Yeah. So is it Team Ninja?
It's
or Itagaki in some way.
Let's see in the box.
I could look it up.
Yeah. What's the other one that came out around I think a similar time with the guy in a suit with a sword on the cover? Like kind of similar obscurity level. Killer is Dead. That's what I was thinking of. I don't know why.
You can play this with a keyboard, apparently.
Devil's Third. Yeah, Itagaki.
Okay.
Wikipedia confirms.
Wikipedia.
This game, I think, was supposed to be on the 360 and PS3, but it fell through. Nintendo swiped up and made it an exclusive. That was the story behind it. And it really was. I remember the E3 trailer for it because I thought Nintendo had a really strong. It was one of those like Treehouse afters. They're like, yeah, we have another game we're going to show you here. Basically, it was like that and Fatal Frame 5 in the same day. And Fatal Frame 5 never got a physical release in the US.
And we have a couple more games to show you. Put the kids to bed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was like, what is this? Because it was like very hacky and slashy and machine guns. And
covered with tattoos. And
yeah.
He smokes a cigarette while he's in cover. Like, it's, yeah. I've watched the Game Grumps play a few episodes of it, and I die laughing. Like, it's their, because they do this like the like overly fake Russian accent, and so the two of them are going back and forth, and it is like tears in my eyes, kind of crying, like laughter. And that's even after hearing it a few times. But funny enough, they were actually playing it today on stream tonight. they were just happening to play it. So, oh, sweet irony, and it means that people are going to be thinking about Devil's Third because of it for the next couple days.
Kind of like when I picked up the Dog Island on the week they were streaming that.
Yes. Yep. Oh God.
God, the intro to that game is awful.
Yeah.
It's so shrill. I had to turn the volume down on it. Not shrill, just really high pitched.
So then the final thing was to knock out the rest of my LJN games on the NES.
How many are there? I was watching somebody's video. Maybe it was
just like
Captain Algebra.
19.
That's it. I thought he was saying there was like over 20.
It might be
20 or 30. It doesn't matter. All right. So you got how many more you got?
11.
What's the hardest to get LJN game?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Really?
That's the most expensive one right now.
That's not that hard, is it? Is it hard to get?
I don't know that it's hard to find, but it's the most expensive currently.
Because he mentioned something I'd never even heard of, like there's a Beetlejuice game.
Yes, Beetlejuice is yes.
Yeah,
well, and it's funny you bring that up. Base Guy holds the world record in that game right now.
Huh.
Really? For what? Speedrunning?
Yeah.
Base Guy holds the world record?
He does.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah. So big shout out there. It is, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 1, 2.
I thought that Dog Island game might actually be worth something by now, and definitely not.
Is it based on the movie? Wasn't there a movie called Dog Island?
I would imagine not.
Isle of Dogs, sorry.
Yes, that is not related in any way.
There are 25 in total.
Okay.
For LJN games. So
and you need 11. All right.
I need 11. It's Alien 3, Beetlejuice, Pictionary, Roger Clemens, Spider-Man Return of the Sinister Six, Incredible Crash Test Dummies, Punisher, Uncanny X-Men, Thriller Safari, Town and Country 2, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and Wolverine.
Okay. I have none of those.
Yeah.
So
the one like say again?
Go ahead, because I got to change the subject a little.
Okay. I was going to say of those, I think Punisher's probably the one that is going to be the most expensive of what's left. I've never seen a copy of the Incredible Crash Test Dummies, though.
Yeah.
Personally, I've never seen one.
Right.
I also haven't been looking for one, so it could be that too.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's an achievable list, but yeah, there's it's like heavy hitter on the Wii U, heavy hitter in the Capcom list.
Yeah.
And then hope that these Make My Video ones show up. That's where I got the Criss Cross one last year.
Yeah.
So who knows?
And there's still too many games, which is a new expo. At least for us, we've never been there. I keep seeing the same stuff around here, because there's the same vendors. Like Cowlitz this year was kind of, I don't know, it was a disappointment because I've seen all that stuff before. There wasn't a lot new out there.
I forgot what was the last show, but I think people were complaining about like the prices being shit too. It wasn't just Cowlitz where they were saying like the prices were ridiculous.
Barry. Well,
it was Barry. Yeah, it was Barry, right?
Will was complaining about Barry.
Will.
That's the only person I saw complain about it, though.
I thought I saw someone else posted that they thought the prices were too high for people too, but
that's not on. I mean,
yeah,
I try to dissociate the show from those comments, right? Because we know Hodge, right? So like part of us is like, well, but
no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying
prices, right? Yeah.
I should correct myself. I that's the second complaint I heard about vendor prices. The guys selling. Asking for the moon. Now,
for a show that asks for $10 admission and that's it, like,
and maybe that as honestly it's kind of I think maybe it has to do with a standstill moment kind of right now where people aren't flipping, but they're not buying. It's kind of like one of those things where people aren't trading stuff, so the guys are like, well, in exchange of me not moving price that stuff at a smaller price because I don't have the stock or something like that, I just keep it at a higher price in the event that maybe someone will buy it. This is just me spitballing here, but
because there's not enough moving, they have to. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see. They gotta hope that
Less wiggle room to haggle.
that some schlub will just pick up that copy of something for $20 more than it goes for. I mean that in the nicest possible way, but
Schlub.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I got caught slipping accounts a couple times. I overpaid for stuff.
Because your brother-in-law wasn't there.
I know he always gets me better deals, and
Send him up this weekend. Send him up. I got a bed for him if he wants to stay up here.
I know the whole reason one of the reasons we're not coming out is because he couldn't make it either. So he couldn't get the time.
Well,
off.
I guess I don't have a bed for him then.
But yeah, I'm the schlub. At least it counts. And that stupid Amiibo announcement about Target pissed me off.
Hey, there's Amiibos coming out on Friday, Eric. So there's a new Amiibos coming out on Friday.
Well, I just saw. You mean the ones that I posted about today, or because I saw an alert today that said the Zelda, I forget what they're called, the Breath of the Wild Zelda ones, the 4, I don't know, legendary enemies or something, guardians or something. I don't know. I haven't played the game. There's 4 Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild ones that are getting reprints. I might finally grab those.
Are they going to bring the price back down to $12?
No, I think they're. The interesting thing is the ones that they've been re-releasing that were originally $12, they've kept the original prices. But all the new ones they've kept at $16.
I mean, the quality has gone up, right? Like the intricacy of the design is better. I'm asking you. You have them all, right? Like
I don't know. I bought Piranha Plant, and that was I think a $16 one, and I don't know that that's any. They had some fancy ones in the original series. I mean, like Ganondorf was really fancy, and that was only $13. But I don't know. I might look at some of the Breath of the Wild ones. They're probably going to be 16 or more, and it's
they were the last time they were 16.
Yeah. So, and that's why I didn't rush to buy them, and now I don't have I don't have Gamers Club unlocked. So, but we'll see. Anyway, my point was that I got kind of hosed accounts on some prices. Oh well,
it happens. That's unfortunate, but it happens.
It happens.
Some days you're the dog, some days you're the hydrant.
It's all right. You know what? In the grand scheme of things, it ends up being a couple of bucks one way or another. So I'm not gonna sweat it too much.
Yeah.
But
and I did take. Oh, you go. I was
going to change the subject again. I wanted to go back to your Retron 5. So
go for it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. So what's it going to take for you to get that Master System adapter? What do I have to do?
How much does that Master System adapter cost? Let me ask.
But they're like 40. If they can even still be found. God knows if they're even available.
With the Hyperkin ones?
Huh?
The Hyperkin ones?
Yeah.
Well, they were selling them, I thought, like 2 years ago in Midwest. I thought Hyperkin had their little booths and they were selling them there.
Might have made 5 of them and then $60. Okay. Even I can't recommend that.
Well, you could play Game Gear on that one, too.
That's the reason
now, a power converter works.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
Well, those are cheaper. You can get the original power-based converter for, I think, loose, probably 40 or under if you're really looking out.
Yeah, and maybe if Cody's in the chat, he might be able to confirm that. But Catherine's here too, and she confirms that you are a schlub, Eric.
Yes,
a cartridge schlub.
Well, she heard that one.
Cartridge schlub.
Someone's insulting Eric. I got to get in on this one. And then I know. Do you think like the power-based converter from Stone Age Gamer would work? You know, they have that cartridge that plugs into a Genesis.
I don't know. I'm sure I could look up some compatibility.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the Hyperkin thing is the way to go because it'll allow you to play Game Gear games too.
Yeah, I saw that the guy jailbreaked the Mega SG so you can play Game Gear games on it now. through the SD port.
Really?
That's interesting.
That's interesting. That means that suggests that they already have Game Gear.
You can essentially put the whole Genesis and whatnot line up on the SD card and Game Gear and put it in there and play it through the SD card slot on the side. But the thing is, you can't. I guess I forget. You can't. I want to say it's not save state. I think you just can't save your games. Don't hold me accountable. You might be able to still with games that have battery packs. You might be able to save, but I think I was watching Smoke Monster talk about it because I think he's the one who jailbroke it. So
here's what I find interesting about that. Okay, and I know people will argue with me, or maybe they won't. I don't know. The Genesis does not have Game Gear hardware. Okay, which is why you can't play Game Gear games on a Genesis. It doesn't have it. It doesn't support Game Gear. So in order for this Mega SG or whatever to support Game Gear, because it's FPGA based, right?
Correct.
It either needs to already support the Game Gear internally, or somebody figured out a way to put the Game Gear FPGA program files, and FPGAs are programmable. Okay, they're nothing more than a sea of gates is what it's called, a sea of logic, and you have to program it and configure the logic to be connected the way that you want to create the behavior that you want. So when it has a Genesis FPGA in it, that thing is being loaded off of a ROM anyway to configure the FPGA. The ROM is not a game ROM. It's a ROM that loads the FPGA with the configuration of the Genesis. So in order to jailbreak it, they either need to already have the Game Gear FPGA programming in the thing, which is interesting, or somebody's figured out a way to put the FPGA programming onto an SD card and have it load from that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Did you buy that?
Well, I almost wonder if people have programmed away, so maybe it's just Master System running it through some sort of Game Gear running sort of Master System way of doing it. So I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
The Master System isn't the Game Gear. I mean, look, the Master System isn't the Game Gear either. It's the other way around. The Game Gear is a Master System with additional capabilities. So there's a reason why you can't just play Game Gear games on a Master System either, because the Game Gear has a better color palette. It can do more colors, and the color format of the Game Gear is 6 bits, whereas the Master System is only 4 bits. So that's why they have to hack Game Gear games to run on the Master System. So it's not impossible what you're saying, but it wouldn't universally be true that you could play a Game Gear game on a Master System because the palettes are different. They're wrong. The colors would be screwed up. Does that make sense? You buy that?
Yeah.
And you have no reason to believe me other than to say I've written a Master System emulator. I know how the Master System hardware works. I know how the Game Gear hardware works. That's my claim. That's my.
You don't know well enough. You don't know well enough, my friend.
It's possible, but I know enough to write an emulator for them. So that's my understanding. Huh?
Go kick rocks.
What?
You're telling me to F off because you know what you're talking about.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to look. No, really, all I'm trying to say is I'm trying to indicate that I claim to have some knowledge of this beyond just the layperson's knowledge of these hardware systems.
I know they're saying, I guess, well, it's also very early on, and it's like I said, it's FPGA, so you can program it to do whatever, right? You can program it whatever, do whatever you want. So you're probably right about that there was probably we can, with jailbreaking this, we can reprogram it and put a Game Gear,
Okay, we got it.
Yeah. Anyways,
I'm talking to FitNat. He's I'm listening to you, Ryan. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say though, they said they haven't cracked out how to do Sega CD yet through the SD card slot, so you can't just upload all of them through there and play your Sega CD games. They said you still have to, I guess, still have it connected. You can only go through the CD ports. Games can only be read through there. You can't do like you couldn't do an EverDrive, if you will, through that. With the ROMs on it.
Okay. So
My point,
FitNet.
Yeah, sorry. My point was showing that was that they are releasing the adapters that are compatible with different Sega hardware titles.
Sure.
So they do have that programmed in some fashion, or the adapters do.
So, but be aware. I mean, you're probably right, and it's probably already programmed in there. That would be my guess. But be aware that FPGAs, it stands for field programmable. That means it's possible, if they've designed their system right, it is possible for them to do firmware updates to update the programming of the FPGA. So they're not limited to just the Genesis. They're not limited to the Game Gear. They could release FPGA updates to support any number of systems. And I think it would be naive to think that they won't release firmware updates that even update the Genesis, the hardware that they've already supported to make improvements to it.
Yeah.
So don't think for a second, I guess, that just because it's FPGA based, that it's not subject to the same kind of updates and lockouts and patches and fixes that they could make to any other thing like a RetroPie. They probably left the door open for them to be able to patch that thing in the field, meaning once it's in your hands, to fix it or even to lock out functionality. So that jailbreaking thing, that might be something that they can patch out and eliminate.
Yeah, but it's not like Wi-Fi connected. You have to opt into any sort of patch, right?
Is that right?
That would be my guess.
Yeah, you have to put it on an SD card and then run it through the console.
Yeah, because it's about more like replicating the original hardware as close as possible on modern televisions rather than an emulation or digital stores or anything like that.
Well, they might come up with a compelling reason for you to force an update like, hey, this latest version also includes a free game. You just need to install the game, and then you find out that they've disabled some useful feature.
Yeah, or there's just like compatibility problems with certain games, and they update to fix that. But you can opt in or not, depending on whether you're interested in those games or not, and if you just want it as a emulation system, or not emulation system, but like something to play ROMs off of. Which at that point, it's another situation of I don't know why you don't just do a RetroPie and buy the controller from 8BitDo. Rather than spend like $200 on this thing that's supposed to be the most accurate thing for playing the original hardware or original games as possible, then brick it and put a freaking SD card in the thing. Missing the point a little bit in my mind. It's convenient, but it's missing a little bit of the point of what the hardware is meant for. And another reason I don't think they're going to, or a reason I will say that I don't think they're going to add much like other system compatibility, because just in terms of a business, they would want to sell you another system to go outside of Sega stuff.
And those FPGAs only have so much capacity. So even if they did add extra systems, you'd probably have to go back and forth. You might not be able to have them all saved at the same time.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Might be part of the reason why they have the adapters outside of the actual cartridge slot.
Yeah,
they might have chips in there to help with that.
That's possible. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. It sounds interesting though that they got it to work with Game Gear.
Yeah, that's cool.
I want one of those things. I think I'm going to try to. I don't know if Melissa's in the chat, but maybe save some of my TMG budget or PRGE budget. Maybe grab one of those things. We'll see.
Yeah. So
okay.
Back to the initial point that led us to all of this conversation. I'm not ruling out hanging on to those Master System games.
Oh yeah, right.
But
that's okay.
It is a monetary investment to equip me for that. Game Gear games I could kind of
care less
about.
Even I could care less, yeah.
And so, just as long as I could find a means, like even card Master System games, like I don't think there are enough of those for me to even like if I could find something that just does the carts
Yeah.
and does it cheaper, with no risk of damage to either the Retron 5 or the cart itself, like then I would be more akin to looking at it. But
Do EverDrives work in the Retron 5?
I saw Cody mention that might.
Okay. Because maybe we could get a Genesis EverDrive.
I thought that was one thing that EverDrive can't do is it can't run EverDrives.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, maybe it doesn't.
I could see that being possible because
he said might. He said might, but in chat, but
my chat's behind.
EverDrive compatibility.
Okay. Well, do yourself a favor and figure out a way to play Wonder Boy 3, whether it's the Master System version or the HD remake.
That's what I was also thinking. Is I could just go get that.
It's probably the better call at this point. Just
it's
in general.
It's pretty.
Yeah, and you can switch it back to the original graphics if you want to. Right?
And I could actually make money on the deal probably at this point.
Yeah, sell the original, buy the new one.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd be supporting people that are keeping it out and in print now anyway.
It's true. Didn't Yoshi fix your Master System, Musty?
He did. Yes.
Right? Yeah.
He reflowed some solder because some of the joints were just old.
Yeah. I got a couple that aren't working. I gotta look at.
He cleaned all that up for me for a very good price. Oh, I was gonna say, talking about Master System, I hope he didn't mind me tagging you the other day.
Oh no. I know who that guy is.
Are you familiar with that? Are you familiar with her?
Oh, I didn't know it was a her. No, I have been following. Who's it? Hungry Goria?
Yes.
I have been following her apparently for a while. But is she? No, that's no problem at all. She, I guess she followed me back, and then I think she subscribed to my channel. She's going to be disappointed because I don't do a lot of Master System stuff.
Well, that's why I threw her that playlist. And
that's the bulk of it. I mean, but no, I appreciate it. No, I don't remember where I came across her, but I followed her a while ago.
Yeah,
so.
She streams on Twitch and does curated stuff edited stuff on YouTube as well. But she's
is it Master System stuff?
She does have some Master System stuff. She has a playthrough of Golden Axe Warrior on her YouTube channel.
I wonder if that's what I saw. I might have seen that.
Let me confirm.
I saw somebody did something about Golden Axe Warrior. I might have seen her stuff. Anyway, I follow her on Twitter. Although I don't see her tweets a lot, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah. She just put a video out on why you should play the second quest for Zelda.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
But yeah, she does have, like I said, Golden Axe Warrior. She's got something for it's King's Quest, Illusion of Gaia. She was playing Secret of Mana the other night, Ultima 4. She got all kinds of stuff. Seems like she's interesting to talk to. So
yeah. I follow her. Yeah.
Oh, and I know he's not here. Let me also interject. Happy birthday, Duke.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Duke.
I didn't tweet, but for the record,
I just thought I was like, oh shit, it's pretty late, so I just quickly sent him a tweet. Yeah. I saw it when I was at work, and it was one of those things where I didn't have the moment to tweet it, and I completely forgot about it. So,
well, let me give the disclaimer right now. If it's your birthday and I miss it, I apologize.
I will be
sometimes I catch it, sometimes I don't. But I'll tell you what I don't do. I don't look at every single person I follow to see if today's their birthday. Every day.
At least me.
I should do that for you. I should check your birthday every day?
Every day.
Why don't you just tell me when your birthday is?
July 13th.
Close.
Is it in July?
Yes.
Higher or lower?
Lower.
Why don't you just tell us?
Why don't you just tell me what?
12, 11, 10?
I said higher.
You said lower.
I did? Well, I fucked up. Sorry, I'm multitasking here with the list. It's the 25th of July.
25th. Okay, 25th. I'll try to remember that. All right.
We're 6 days off from each other. Mine's on the 31st.
There you go.
Never know.
Leo's, right? You're Leo?
Yep.
Uncle Leo.
Leo, hello.
Oh, Jerry.
What's her YouTube channel? Is it Hungry Goria also?
Yep.
All right, I'm not subscribed. Let me see if I can find it.
I'm not trying to push people to
No, that's all right.
channel necessarily, but it was like she expressed a lot of interest in Owaz's collection, and I was just like, well,
if you think he's
while you're at it.
I can't. It's not coming up. Is it 2 words? I keep getting Hungry Gorilla. How's it spelled? Do you know?
Goriya.
Goriya. Oh, here it is. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Sorry. Oh yeah, this icon I think is probably from Golden. Looks. I don't know what it's from. It looks familiar.
It looks like I think it's from Zelda 1.
Yeah.
Don't you have to feed that? Don't you have to give it to that one in like the 6th dungeon? The Grumble guy?
Oh, maybe. I'm sorry, I don't know. I've only played it once.
I think that might be the reference she's going for there. But
got it.
I'm kind of bummed that Game Value now does not have Super Famicom or Famicom games in their algorithm system thing.
Price charting does.
Price charting does. I'm on it right now.
Okay.
Because I got to find myself a copy of Chrono Trigger.
For Super Fammy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's our August game of the month.
I missed that.
Which is the game?
Chrono Trigger.
Oh yeah, right. I should look for a DS copy of that. Actually, extra motivation for me to track that down. That's the second of the boss fight books, and I got that Humble Bundle with all of them.
Yeah, I was thinking about...
Is that still going?
It is. It is for a few more days, or maybe another week. I think.
I'll double check here.
Chris mentioned it. He's going to be at Midwest as well.
I've been reading the Earthbound one, and I'm enjoying it.
I know because Chris is on the VIP page, and so am I.
Wow.
For which?
For Midwest.
Oh yeah.
I'm a VIP.
No, I thought you meant like something in relation to the boss fight books, and I was confused.
Oh, no.
But yeah, that's still going for 7 days and 13 hours and 45 minutes and 18 seconds.
Sweet.
Yeah. The newest one they put out is apparently Knights of the Old Republic, so I might actually end up using one of those coupons they put in the Humble Bundles for once.
Yeah, it's $6 loose, Musty, for your Chrono Trigger.
Yeah. Well, even complete is $21.35. And I know I can't read it, but it looks cool. I don't know. Like it fits. It's close enough to Final Fantasy, right? I mean, like it has Final Fantasy roots, basically. So some of me is like, well, we can kind of consider Chrono Trigger as part of this, maybe.
Which would like it's the same kind of thing with like Lost Odyssey and stuff like that. Like, do you count it? It's close enough.
What is? Oh yeah, because do I have Lost Odyssey? I thought I did.
For the 360.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I have it.
You may have gotten it free on Xbox.
I do have it. Yeah, I do have it digitally, but
physically is what you're curious about.
Is Lost Odyssey going to be a game of the month? I missed something?
No. We were just talking about like the dotted line between Final Fantasy games and other like new IP.
That'll be a game of the month right after Infinite Discovery.
Sorry. I've heard good things about Lost Odyssey. I thought it was supposed to be pretty good.
Blue Dragon.
Yeah.
I would play that too.
Get all those 360 exclusive RPGs in there at some point.
You should do an Xbox 360 exclusive RPG or Skies
Sonata.
Here's a random stream question, or just in general. Have you ever played Infinite Discovery?
No.
I don't think there's a Final Fantasy connection there, but that would be an interesting one to like, if you've never played it, pick up a cheap copy and just play it for the first time on stream, just to see what you think.
I have Infinite Undiscovery.
Yeah, that's a hit or miss game. Like either people really enjoy it or they hate it.
I watched the opening. I watched the opening cutscene. That's the extent of what I.
Yeah,
have
it's
watched.
one of the first RPGs I ever actually finished. That's not like a testament to like its quality or anything, just that I happened to finish it. Because like I think before that it was like maybe Kingdom Hearts 2 I finished before that. But I never really played or finished RPGs all that much. But it was funny to me because I was borrowing it from a friend who's probably the biggest RPG collector locally to me. Yeah, I think he has over 700 RPGs now. Like that's just last I heard, and it's been a while. And I borrowed it from him.
Man?
Huh?
Where do you find the time?
I don't know. He just plays and collects RPGs,
and that's why I haven't like committed to. I haven't committed to like Dragon Warrior or Dragon Quest beyond the first 4 games because I don't have the time for. I don't have the time for that.
Yeah, but it was funny just because he had played up through a certain point. I think he was up to the last boss and he couldn't finish it because the boss is a pain in the ass. And I borrowed it and I ended up beating the boss before he did. And he's like, "How in the hell did you beat that?" The final boss is a pain in the ass, but I like that game. I'm surprised an 18-person party didn't annoy me.
Oof.
Not an 18-person party, a amount of characters that you have to select from of 18 people total for the game. There's multiple parties you can manage where you have your main one and then you have a couple others that do other stuff around the map while you're doing the missions. Like you have the one you control and a couple AI controlled ones. So a lot of people to manage. Not like Suikoden levels, but still.
I'm just trying to think of like tactics games. Like that's where that like jumps.
Yeah, a lot of characters.
Yeah. Like Beyond 8, which obviously I just started a week ago, and we'll be playing for at least the next 24 weeks in a row. Beyond that, I have 9 to play. I have 5 to play. I have, if I pick up some of these, I could actually play 2.
Have you never
3.
played 2?
I think I popped it in. It's on the Origins collection, the PlayStation one, the PlayStation 1. And so I think I played maybe an hour of it, but I didn't sink a whole lot of time.
And 3?
Same thing. I have it on the DS.
Yes, yeah.
But I would rather
play it on the Famicom.
Get the Famicom one, yeah.
Yes. Good call. So you need to play 2, 3, 5, 9.
2, 3, 5, 9, 12.
13, 2, 13, 3.
13, 2, and Lightning Returns. I have not played. I played 13.
Okay, yeah.
To completion.
Have you played 10-2?
I've played a portion of it, but I haven't finished it.
So. You got your work cut out for you.
No.
No?
No, I agree.
Oh, okay.
I very much do. And then I was looking at some of the like Wii titles. Like there's all the Crystal Chronicles and the what else we got here?
They're the numbered ones.
Yeah, I mean that's the important part because there's Crystal Chronicles, then there's the Echoes of Time and Ring of Fate and the Heroes of Light and Revenant Wings and Tactics. Tactics is on that
Tactics, list. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I hear.
I need to find a way to make that interesting. That's what I'm afraid on that one. Well, I mean, yeah, that would be yes, the intention would be to stream it. But,
okay.
But to make I mean, I suppose talking through the tactics is interesting enough, right? Maybe. Potentially.
No idea. I've tried to play Tactics. I've started it 2 or 3 times, and I can never stick with it. But
and then I
recommend
any of them on the GBA I could also play now. On the Retron, so like Tactics Advance would be an option.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, like all the PSP ones and all the DS and 3DS ones, those would be ones that I'd keep and play on. I mean, really, at this point, I've got 6 years down the road. It's kind of what I'm looking at on some of that.
Mm-hmm. Play 5.
Yes, I want to play 5, and I want to read.
I would recommend. I think it's great. And if you read Chris Kohler's boss fight book about it, do you have that?
Yes.
That one you have?
We bought it at. We got our little deal, I think. Didn't we?
Is that what it was? I bought Katamari.
I did too.
Okay.
Maybe I bought. Oh no! I'm sorry. I bought Chris's book at
Midwest.
Powell's.
Oh, okay.
And then
if you read that, you'll definitely want to play 5.
Yeah.
It's so good.
So I'm going to wait until I get done with 9 before I actually read that. I do want to read that Katamari one because I promised my wife that I would read a book this year. So
is that the book? Cool.
It's
a download the audio version. Say you read it.
No, like I need to disconnect myself from glowing blue screens.
Hey, you're not listening. Enjoy.
You got the final. It looks like you got a Final Fantasy Ultimania archive back there behind you.
I do. That's my pickup for this week.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine.
I thought it was just sitting there.
It is just sitting there. This is number 2.
We can go into pickup now if you want.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yes, this is number 2, and it has 7, 8, and 9.
Do you have volume 1?
If you look at the sides, 7, 8, this middle section, 9. There's
8 looks the smallest.
8 is the smallest, and that was one of the complaints in the review was that it seems like there's just a significant chunk missing of time. I'm sorry. This is 7.
Yeah.
And this black section is like screenshots from the. Have you looked at these books?
No, mine are still sealed for some reason.
But there's like a bunch of. Let me get that. Like storyboards and concept art and all kinds of stuff like down to here's the finale, like storyboarded.
Of what game?
Of 7.
Oh.
Maybe you could ask why maybe you could ask your amiibos why those books are still sealed, Eric.
Huh? What's that?
Maybe you could ask your amiibos why those are still sealed.
I just haven't. They're right there. I'd love to read them.
Yeah,
I've been reading other stuff. I just haven't gotten to them. I never will.
But like they're great.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I've pre-ordered 3.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
I've never even cracked them open yet.
But I picked this up because I figure I'm going to be I'm going to be absorbed in this game once a week for the next half a year. I might as well have a few other sources for like information. And Dean recommended there's also a third edition books one that I saw on Amazon. I might pick that up too, but I haven't done that yet. And then I got one other thing. This I was happy about. Very happy about. We were over. Actually, I had to get one of those recycling can boxes because I was just using like plastic garbage bags or plastic garbage bags or like plastic like grocery bags to like hold recycling cans. So we finally took a trip over to the other side of the city, and I went to this consignment shop that just recently moved, and I was looking at their games, and they had some NES games, but like I didn't want to spend $13 on Mario 2 because I just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
But then I saw in there a blue box, and it had a PS4 logo on it, and it was this. And it's over there, right there.
What?
The
A
stand.
white shelf.
The stand.
Oh,
It's the Power A stand.
there's a stand.
It's a charging stand. So it charges one dual shock, it charges the Move controllers, and holds the stand. The headset.
Ooh.
I need to get one of those.
And I was like, oh, well, I couldn't see the tag, so I'm like, oh well, let me take a look at it. And I was half expecting them. I didn't know the price off the top of my head, or no, I did look it up. It's a $70 stand on Amazon. It's a $70 stand. It's Power A. I think I trust them.
It's not. I've got mine for 25. I think at GameStop. So it's not 75 everywhere.
Okay. Amazon had it in that moment, right then and there, at $70.
Yeah, it's 70, $69.88.
And I've been dragging my feet on getting a stand because the one I really wanted, like at the moment, I was like, yes, let's go get it. They were out of stock. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to wait.
Which is the one you wanted?
I wanted the one. There's one that has a bunch of blue accents, like light up accents on it. It was a little more compressed. This one stands up a little taller. I kind of wanted. Yeah, it was like $25 or $30. But then I was reading that it doesn't actually charge the Move controllers well. So I was like, well, maybe I need to think about that. Anyways, price tag on this was $10.
Wow.
And it was sealed.
Good for you.
And so
Awesome.
it was one of those, like, don't show her you're excited type of moments.
Yeah.
But
This was a consignment shop?
Yeah. It's called Stuff,
Good night, Cody. Sorry.
Yeah. So that's everything we got.
Very cool.
Anyone else have anything?
Cody keeps telling me to stay up all night. I'm not streaming tonight. Good night, Cody.
One thing.
And hello, Fire Team King Harris 25.
So
what you got?
I saw this as a post on Twitter like the week prior, and I went to one store, and the one nearest me did not have it. It's a five or below store. It's essentially a dollar store that's $5 or less, basically.
Yeah.
And I saw someone that posted, hey, they were completely stocked up with this game. And
you got those?
So yeah, it's brand new, brand spanking new. I bought this back on launch day.
Yeah.
But I went to another store. They had one in stock, so I took it because I don't know. Maybe it will be a game. It wasn't a. No, I never finished it. And it's one of those games that came out at a time. I think another game came out that I was playing at the same time, so I just never came back to it. But I always mean to go back to and play it again because it wasn't bad. I actually was enjoying myself playing it. It's made by Platinum, so maybe it will be a game down the road that people seek after because I think it was seen as not the standard, different the first time when it came out. So maybe that's why people didn't jump on it. But maybe for $5, we'll see. Or if someone really just desperately needs it, so.
It could be one of those.
I'd take it off your hands for a deal, not for $5, but I'd give you a little bit for it.
Okay.
Is it called Five Below?
5 or below.
So it's a dollar store that lies.
No, it's there's nothing that exceeds $5 there. It's So.
Unlike Dollarama, where it's like it's a dollar store. Here's the thing for $4.
Yeah, there's like I think Dollar General's like that. The only store we have that is a dollar store is Family Dollar, but it is a dollar store, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. There used to be a one here in a mall called like $1 or $2 or something like that. And that one was that. So I think they started exceeding that at some point though, and then they were gone. Anyway, was that everything for you?
Yep, that's all I got.
Eric?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay, I just have one thing.
Which was over a week ago. So.
Yeah, but I let Temptation get me on this. There was a little bit of a discount, so I'm not feeling too bad about it. But I got the Batman Animated Series Blu-ray box set.
Nice.
Nice.
Which minor annoyance of Amazon damage because like I got it for like the 1-day shipping, and this part's hanging off of the back, and somehow like it's in the other case, but like one of the like you know how they have kind of those like lines of plastic at the bottom.
Yeah.
I think another piece just fell off as I did that.
You should return it.
Yeah, one of the clips just fell out as I was doing that. And that's the second one that did that. But it's all like minor cosmetic damage, and mostly on this one, so I think I'm just going to get a partial refund and deal with it.
Okay.
Because like the discs aren't falling out, and that corner piece isn't like falling off. It's just kind of like you can pull on it. So whatever. Discs are all fine. It has both movies. I'm good. And it was already discounted, so.
Cool.
I've watched the first 7 episodes. Pretty good, actually. I watched it when it was on, obviously. It's just been a long time.
Yeah.
I love that another piece fell off as I was showing that.
We have documentation now.
Yep.
That's right. All right, guys. I'm going to go. Not going to bed. Just going. We'll see you guys next week. Good luck. Have fun at Midwest. I hope that you guys will give a full report. Will you be back by Tuesday?
Yes.
You should be recovered, right?
Yes.
So
I'm driving back on Sunday because
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Thrones.
Is that right?
True.
Okay. Well,
yes.
Hopefully you'll do some video, Musty. Did you say you were or you weren't?
So I'm inclined because of this fire team Raven being there. I'm more inclined to bring my camera now and not just use my phone.
Yeah.
All right. I could just use my phone, but I would like to get some like actual pictures of that thing and all of the above. I mean, I didn't get that fancy tripod to not use it.
That's right. All right, guys. Well, enjoy your expo, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Ryan, how's the list coming?
I think I think I got it. I think I'm back to where it was before I lost everything. I just did it all in a.
I didn't realize that you had actually lost your progress on it. Like,
was completely gone. So I was like, well, I remember making it for Portland. I put it on Google Docs so I could always open up my phone and go to the Google, spreadsheet app on my phone and just scroll through it in case I misplaced my sheets or something like that. So it was still here. So then then I remembered that I sent NJ Retro about a month ago. I sent them what I was looking for. So then I just I might be missing a game or two, but I think I got everything that I can remember right now. So
you have a link I can look over because as I mentioned, maybe one of that Star Fox. Maybe I have something for trade.
Sure.
I doubt it, but might as well check.
I could try sending this to you if you wanted to observe it.
Yeah, just whatever.
Share. Do you have
just put it in the group chat.
Here's a shareable link. Copy link. All right. I'll put it right here.
Okay. Okie dokie. Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm just typing. I got a couple more that I'm getting, and then I'll be all done too. Then maybe.
I think with we call it what I'm my big 3. I think that I'm looking for the most this year is like the 3 main ones I'm looking for. I get the majority of this list is what I'm looking for, but I want Shinobi 3 for the Genesis complete. I want and I want to get the 2 Marvel versus games. So I want Marvel Superheroes and for the Saturn US release, and I want X-Men Children of Atom US release. So
it's Children of the Atom.
Children. Well, then my list is wrong here. Then
you lose.
Yep.
Good day, sir.
It is not the Children of Atom X the Extreme.
What about I always loved
There's a deep cut. Even I don't know who that character is, I just know the name.
There is one soundbite that I remember gets played over in the X-Men Legends games, where it's like, "You cannot escape X-Man." It just keeps repeating over and over.
In X-Men Legends, that sounds like something from the arcade, but
No, it's in Legends. It's one of those. It's
yeah, like the enemy banter.
Yeah, that's just when they see you, they run up and you smash them.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything I have on here, so
That's perfectly fine. We can work something out.
yeah. I mean,
Do you
it's a $5 game, so.
still have adventure?
Hmm?
Do you still have adventure?
Yes, I do.
Maybe we can work something out.
Okay.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
That's untested though, so
Uh-oh.
I don't have an Atari, so
Sure. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
but I'm not going to tell you to go screw if something goes wrong with it. You can just let me know. We'll figure something out.
Well, this is only $5 if anything, too. So
Yeah.
I'm going to check out another one. Like I said, I think there's 5 in my area, and I checked. One store didn't have it. This one did, and I'm going to check another one probably tomorrow after I pick up my books.
Yeah. Shipping is like the only real issue for me, obviously.
Well, this isn't a hot commodity item at the moment, so this might be, on the other hand, though. I'm just double checking you on this. Children of Adam or Children of the Atom. Up and at them. Nope, you're right. Up of the Atom. Correcting list now.
Yeah, that Star Fox. It's the guard pack, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
So, $18 on game value now for complete. 19 if you want to round up.
I won't worry about having to pay me $20 for it. Don't worry about that. That's
Oh, I know. I'm just saying that's what it's going for, and we can work out something between.
yeah. I was just buying this just for like in the event. I think I even texted Musty. I'm like, Musty, did you ever get this game? And he told me he got it for even cheaper. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I pieced it together because I ended up buying. There was at one point where it was like you can get 4 games that are oh, what was it? It ended up being I got 4 games at $2.50 a piece, and I ended up getting them individually. I got Guard, and then I got Zero, and then I came in like 2 weeks later and was talking with the clerk, and she basically said, "Hey, do you want this?" and gave me the sleeve for the outside of it. So she's just like, I don't care. Like that was one of those get to know your GameStop employees, because sometimes they'll do nice things.
Yeah. Any interest in motocross for Atari?
Probably not.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Ladybug for ColecoVision. Those are what I just have sitting behind me with adventures in between.
Man, Super Brothers.
You kind of collect Metal Gear stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you have the Vita version of the HD collection?
No. Of the HD collection? That's one thing. But then again, I also don't have a Vita, but I don't have that.
So that's another thing that's on the table. I think that might be worth more than Star Fox, but
not this moment. Maybe because I was kind of going to start pursuing Metal Gear stuff.
Yeah, but for Metal Gear stuff, it's that and that PSP case I was talking about.
And
This up. Game value now does not have Destiny of an Emperor 2. Makes me wonder if it even exists, because neither does Destiny of.
Actually, that Metal Gear is worth exactly the same amount.
There it is. Commercial release. It was a Japanese-only Famicom sequel to the first Destiny. Okay. Never translated. Why is it on this? Oh, because it's okay. Wow. That's one less I need to worry about. Like, ooh, Capcom titles. Yeah, there's those heavy hitters. I need to buy down that cost big if I can. Never did I think that DuckTales 2 would be the cheap one of those.
Yeah, man, like that's at one point in time that was more expensive. I think when I bought my copy, where I traded my copy, DuckTales 2 is more expensive than my Final Fight, and that just flipped over it.
Yeah.
So right past it.
Well, I remember DuckTales 2 being like $220 at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Like not long ago being $220. But I also remember Snow Brothers being like $3+. Like between $3 and $4, or maybe that was Canadian pricing, but still between $300 and $400 is a lot for an NES game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if I can, like, I have a copy of Skies of Arcadia for the GameCube. I've got God Hand, right? If I can hit him with a few big hitters right away that they can throw into their case right then and there in that moment, then maybe that does the trick.
Yeah, the thing is too, like I never see Mighty Final Fight ever at stores. It's always at conventions, and the dealers always have like 4 copies. You know.
Yeah. Well, and like for me, I'm really not that big of a fan of beat 'em ups. So, and that is not just a commentary on YouTube. This is, but, I just. It's not a genre that I am overly fond of, and that's part of the reason. Ryan, we should figure out Final Fight CD at some point. I have that for you right here.
Okay.
At some point, we can figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
At some point over the next couple days.
Sure.
You said you were going to dig into your.
Yeah, I got a pile of shit to go through still. I know I submitted that question to the group the other day, and I was like, now I have to do that shit. It was one of those things I'm like, I should do that. Now I'm like, I have to do it now. It's one of those go through the crap. Because I got stuff, and people in the group might actually want it, and I can actually get some stuff out of this house. So hopefully. Yeah. I should do it. I'll try to get it tomorrow. Ideally, I can do it tomorrow because, show's here Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Try to figure out. I still got to buy my tickets, but I'm not worried about them running out. I was hoping with get enough donations. If I donate enough stuff to the museum, I can get a free pass. But I'm only donating 2 televisions this year, so. Because I got the list of things that they were looking for, and I'm like, oh, most of the stuff's covered. So,
yeah, we're getting upgrades to VIP. Kind of like, I don't entirely understand how these passes are supposed to work, but we're on the website as VIPs, which is that I think is kind of awesome.
Just trying to think. I don't know. And I gotta drop off the TVs on Thursday, and should be good. I know I got invited to come down Friday night to the set, but the thing is, I'm like, I don't know what time exactly everyone's rolling in, like from the Cartridge Club and everything. And I'm just like, I don't know if anyone's really doing anything, so maybe I will attend.
I know Chris and Church and Jason were talking about hitting up Makes Sense on Friday.
Yeah.
But I won't be around. We'll be getting in probably between 5 and 6, but we're going out to dinner because we're celebrating my mom's birthday. So,
and you get to see your sister's new wiener kid.
Yeah, exactly. This is true. And then my brother-in-law is going to come on Saturday toward the back end of the show. Part of me wonders why he even.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm gonna come, but man, $45 for what might be 3 hours. I'm like,
is Sunday just not a good thing for him? Because I say Sunday's a much better deal for just wanting to maybe even get deals or just play around. Like that's the reason why.
That is what I mentioned. But his daughter has a cheer tournament that her mother is taking her to. But she'll be coming back on Sunday, so I guess he's planning on being there on Sunday. So part of me is like, well, okay, I'm not gonna tell you what to do.
Sure, no, I got buddies who just like to come on Sunday because like they're not collectors; they just want to come play the games and whatnot. So Sunday's perfect for that. It might be a kids whatever. Something and under get in for free too. I forgot what the list is for that.
Yeah, they're 9 and under are free.
But then you have to watch your kids.
Yeah, that's.
That's my biggest fear of like letting like. I even said I was like I got consoles, but I'm not bringing my controllers. So that's something like for the museum, just because I know how people are. They beat up shit and everything. I'm like I would not want to donate my controllers to the convention. So
yeah, I
hats off to
totally agree with that.
Yeah, hats off to the people that are more than willing to do that. I'm not, so. Maybe we'll get some more art this year. Like I said, I still have these guys framed, but I think I know where we're gonna put them now. But like last year, I got this guy, which parody for Metal Gear, one for Space Harrier, and one for Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But hopefully this guy's back again. I'm trying to remember his name off the top of my head, but I liked his art, and hopefully he's got more games like that. Or
what's that?
Essentially, it's like he made parodies of video games, some classic comic book covers. So,
that's the want to make something of it cover Justice League Unlimited, not Unlimited, Justice League International.
This is what Green Lantern, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's Green Lantern, and then this one was a Nick Fury one, I believe.
Yeah.
So, hopefully this guy's back because I really liked his Rusty Shackles. It's right there, Rusty Shackles. Hopefully he's back again this year because I think it was like 3 for 15. I think it was, and I was like, hopefully he's got more. I was talking with him about too. He's like, yeah, I have more ideas, so hopefully he's got more cool things like that because.
Yeah,
stuff like that's cool. So
Marvel vs. Capcom one specifically is really cool.
Yeah, it's like I said, I think I'm gonna start pursuing just collecting out the series things too, kind of like what Church has got going with his little mini shrines. Kind of like that idea, so I'm gonna start pursuing that stuff. And like I said, the Marvel vs. series is one of my favorites, so I kind of want to get superheroes and Children of the Atom, and I think that I would have the majority of them. Granted, there's different releases like lesser PS1 versions, or where they're for system powers not being powerful enough to run the correct.
Yeah. And 2 was just on everything. So.
Yeah. Like I don't need to buy the Xbox or PS2 version of 2. I have the Dreamcast version. And that is my version that I bought, back in the day. So
yeah, the multi-console thing is one of those things where, like, do you collect every version? Do you really give a shit?
If I found it at a Goodwill, yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm the same way with that for like my random collection of Spawn games. Like, do I need the GameCube version of Armageddon?
mhm.
Not really. Do I need the box and manual for the Game Boy and Super Nintendo games? No. But that's
Yes,
all
you
I
must
had.
own all of them. All of it. I'm just kidding.
But that
Totally.
if I had anywhere else to go with that collection, that would be it. Because there's just not much Spawn shit. Partially why I went for it, because I had most of it already anyway.
But yeah, I think I'm excited. I always get excited for MGC. I think Musty, you said it was your 5th year MGC.
No.
I remember what you said in your video. Your 4th.
4th. Is it my 4th? Hold on.
How
Because
many
there
years
was
were you in the tent?
there was the year that I went up, and then you and I met briefly.
Mhm.
Then there was
Following year.
then there was the following year when Church and Chris and Grimsey had the panel.
Yeah.
And then last year I had the panel. We had the panel. And then this year, yeah. So this will be my 4th time.
So I was just trying to compare that with myself, and the first year I went by myself. The first year, because like I heard, I think the year I heard last minute, and one of the guys who was actually, I think he had a little table, like a little repair table at MGC. Goes by NES Matt. I went to a store and he was working at it, and he's like, "Oh, did you ever go to Midwest Gaming Classic?" I'm like, "What's that?" And he told me it's like big gaming conventions in Brookfield once a year. And so I looked into it and I went to it by myself the first year because my other buddy, the only other person I knew who collects games, lived out of state at the time. And yeah, so I went by myself and I was like, "This is awesome, you should come to it." And then the following year, my buddy Mike and his buddy Chris and his buddy Hans, we all went. And then the third year I went with my buddy Jim. And I think that's the year I met you. I think so. So you said what, 4 for you?
This will be my 4th. Yes.
4th. So I think
You've had 3 more than beyond that. This will be
So it's my 7th. I think this will be my 7th. Wow. Ugh, time's flying.
It's been going for 14 years, right?
Yeah. And I heard originally too, like my buddy who lived out of town, when I told him about it, he's like, "Isn't that the convention?" It was just, he went to it originally and he said it was nothing but just Atari Jaguar games. And he's like, "What the hell is this crap?" And he's like, "It was garbage." So he told me that's the main reason he was hesitant to ever go back and give it another shot. So, but
yeah, it's changed quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to make a point of hitting like doing some of the things, doing more of the things, right? Not just
the things.
I just like, I realize that I know what I do at conventions, and a lot of it is just tunnel vision, and I need to take advantage of the other stuff that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like other panels and activities.
Yeah, I should look at the panel.
Yeah, maybe not panels so much, but yeah, I don't know.
I just mean in terms of what else is offered.
Yeah, so hold on. I'm gonna do a screen share on this for a quick second. Check this out.
What now?
Watch this. So this is the
look at that Charles guy.
Yeah, so there you go. There's me, Ernie Hudson, Ted DiBiase, right there.
The $1 million man himself.
And the NBA Jam guy, the announcer is going to be there. And
I guess he's from this area too. Like I was listening to a Bucks game and they had him on for the halftime show. And he's either from Chicago or he's from Milwaukee, but he moved to Chicago, and that's like got hired with Midway because Midway did NBA Jam.
See, look at that, Church and Sven Gulli right there. That's wild.
I wonder who that Charles guy is. Who's this Ario guy? This puppet.
Arlo?
Yeah.
You ever watched this stuff?
No, never.
It's a he does like YouTube think pieces on Nintendo games and talks. Yeah, like he talks about game consoles and
they put him on the billboard at what's it called, like for like driving it. There's like those billboards that change every like minute or so, and they had like Midwest Gaming Classic and they had Arlo on the billboard. I'm like, what?
Let me take a look at his. I think he's a fairly big deal. Arlo.
Eric Bischoff. Easy.
358,000 subscribers, and he has the check mark. But let's see what his most. Here we go. Most popular videos. Let's take a look.
Nintendo messed up E3.
Super Mario Odyssey review. How the Switch could ruin everything. Yeah, let's talk about Nintendo Switch Online. Breath of the Wild expansion pass review.
Did you see
he is a Switch YouTuber with a cute puppet.
Did you see they flipped the rooms this year where the vendor floor is in the left room now as opposed to in the arcade is in the other room now?
Oh, I did not know that. Do they have the map? Is the map on here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I didn't look at that. I was too busy looking at pictures of myself on here.
Oh, the narcissist right here. Must be nice.
Lex Luger.
That's right. So need a little mirror here.
That's right. Attend. No. Just keep. Show me the map.
I guess the Neo Geo World Tour 2 is like officially licensed by Neo Geo. That they actually are. I think it's a traveling like fighting tournament or something. I guess I don't know.
Dress code. Should probably check that out.
I wish there was a deodorant code.
Yeah.
Industrial professionals. Winner is you stage.
They're gonna have the Steel Battalion room again. Doesn't say that they are. Where's the map? Schedule.
It's under I'm looking at it right here. Event map here. I'll put in this message for you. It's right here. Printable map.
Hand me out a copy?
Oh, I sent it to you right here.
No. I'm saying they aren't going to hand out a copy.
Oh, maybe they'll have it there.
Okay.
Vendors. Gaming Generations. GG.
Interesting.
Hey, they have all the vendors listed.
So the vendor hall and the tabletop. Oh, that's kind of how they did it last time, right?
But
that is interesting that they flipped it. Huh.
I can't remember if they said that the door is going to be open to. I can't remember. I can't remember if that's what my coworker was telling me.
Oh, there's vendors in the arcade hall too. FYI. Interesting. And then we are in the Guys, Games, and Beer convention, the air hockey, pinball tournaments. Interesting. Well. And that's still that weird thing where all the conference rooms are on the second level. And then the more important stuff for people is on the third level. That's good. Thanks for that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we have the epitome of I've leaned into covering the Switch for sure. I almost want to look at oldest videos and see what they were doing before the Switch came
Nintendo
out.
Wii U is a pretty good thing.
I stole my look from I'm part Grover and
That's
part Cookie Monster. Oldest video. Arlo reviews the Audio Technica ATH M40X headphones.
ooh.
Weirdest amiibo defect. Arlo takes a close look at the Samus amiibo. Fraggle Rock 30th Anniversary Collection. Octopath. Yeah, Mario 3D World Review. Using there's, I mean, it's kind of scattered, and then here's the like why the term walking simulator should die. And then all of a sudden it's like NX. And then it's like boom, Switch, that's it. Here we go. Fascinating. In defense of Breath of the Wild's brittle weapons. Yep.
You can't defend it.
If you defend too much, they break.
Yep. I'm actually tempted to grab a digital copy of that because it's on sale. I'm not really seeing the physical drop. I want to get it on Switch just because I prefer to play there over Wii U.
Mm-hmm. Part of me is almost like, do I want to get a copy of it on Wii U and like for the collectability aspect?
Yeah.
You know, because like of the all of the like cross-generation Zeldas, really the only other example is Twilight Princess.
When Twilight Princess.
I
keep wanting to say Wind Waker because that one I actually like.
Yeah, but Twilight Princess is an example where the GameCube edition is far more sought after.
Yeah.
Than the Wii version, but there's also the remastered one, which I have. So I don't know that I necessarily. Do I have it? I think I have it. Yes, I do. Twilight Princess HD. Okay, it's it. I'm pretty sure I had it.
I wish they had a listing here of when the speakers. I mean, I don't see anything about like, you know, presenters talking on here.
Yeah, it's if you go from the main page to learn, if we scroll down to where there's the little icons.
Oh, there it is.
Learn, yeah. The guy with the abnormally large head at a podium.
Special presentation.
But yeah, like it's weird. Yeah, like Ernie Hudson has his own panel
at 12:30.
Yeah. Jeremy Parrish, Ben Heck, Howard Phillips, and Frank Cifaldi.
That one might be interesting.
Retronauts. Eric Bischoff, 5:30.
What's Eric Bischoff talking about?
How WCW met video games.
Ooh, that actually might be interesting.
The NES one was not so good.
I disagree. I enjoy
tough, isn't it? Like,
I enjoy the NES one a lot. I don't think it's actually. I think the WWF ones are way worse. Like your WrestleMania Challenge and all those ones. Those are all garbage. I like that probably better. The WCW wrestling one better than pro wrestling. But everyone seems like pro wrestling the best. So I had more in my youth playing the original NES ones, but. Imagine he's just there to talk about the 64 versions because that's when he was a part of the company.
Yeah. So the Arlo panel is on Sunday. Ask popular YouTube content creator Arlo questions to find out what he really thinks about big topics like the news of the new Switch consoles coming later this year, or small topics like if he thinks that making a Toki remake a GameStop exclusive was the right call, and anything in between. Who knows? Maybe you'll even learn some secrets.
Yeah, things that they totally wouldn't make videos about anyway.
Yeah.
No, this Ted DiBiase speaking. No, this is my language right here.
It reminds me of a
It's interesting.
Q&A panel at one of the Vancouver shows for one of the people from Achievement Hunter. And it was basically him just eating wings and answering questions.
Yeah.
Like, very nonchalantly.
Yeah, we have a pretty substantial schedule planned for the stuff we're going to talk about, because we're just not.
You're opening for Ben Heck. Actually, no.
Are we in the same room? We're not in the same room.
Oh, sorry. You're opening for Philo Barhart and Tad Stones, co-creators of Chip and
No,
Dale.
we're in a different room from them too.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, we're in the G2B Presentation Hall 6.
Nintendo World Championship historical panel. You're opening for them.
Ah, gotcha. Who's going to be there? Is Thor going to be there?
It doesn't say. It's like
We gather a bunch of the NWC champions and finalists to preserve the history. Could they have done a better job with their artwork? It looks so. It's not even the.
Maybe it was the people who submitted it, the Nintendo World Champion people.
Man. Oh, so let me tell you a funny story, because I don't think anybody's still watching, but I'm going to tell you this funny story. So last year, when we were getting lined up to do our panel, we got word from this other YouTuber. He messaged Chris and said, "Hey, do you have any room on your panel?" And we were like, "No." Like we were kind of dragging our feet. We're like, "Oh, no, we really don't." Like, should we try and make try and make space for the guy? While we weren't getting him an answer, the guy ended up going to the organizer and asking the organizer if he could be on our panel. And so then all of a sudden we got a message from the organizer asking if we wanted to let him in. And we basically came back and said, sorry, we're like a week out at that point. So we kind of have everything figured out. We're gonna, so sorry about that. No, not this time. So I come to find, I look at the schedule this year and come to find the guy's got 2 panels. And however, one of them you'll see at 1 p.m. Right above that Nintendo World Champions one, is how to clean your games. Basically, the importance of cleaning your games and systems. How to disassemble and reassemble carts. Don't forget to bring your notebook. And then he's got another panel later at 2:15. Why clone game systems aren't evil.
Yeah, he's gonna show you boys for not picking them.
I don't understand.
I imagine that what the case is probably is that they're like, we have this open slots. Let's just throw this here.
Well, you know what? They're missing a slot for us because we didn't contact them to do one this year, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that's some of it. Now he's also going to be on the stage that's in the arcade hall for that, which is going to be one of those ones that nobody pays attention. I feel like no one sits down for those.
I imagine only cosplay is the only thing people will pay attention for that.
Yeah, and that's in the vendor hall. So I don't know.
I mean that,
but we were just kind of between us, we were kind of snickering about it because it's wow, you're trying to outdo us now. Is this but that's the same guy. Do you remember Pixel Game Squad's PRGE video?
Mm-hmm.
So the guy that like met them at the airport and like drove them around and all that. It's that guy.
Mm.
It's that guy. And man, see, I generally try to be nice about just about everybody, but guy gives me a bad vibe. That's
trying to get his foot in somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, leverage whatever you can, I suppose. I think that's what he's trying to do, but it's just like
there's a difference between trying to take advantage of an opportunity and just being pushy.
Yeah, I mean, the fact is, we were working on trying to figure out what we could do, and we were almost ready to make that decision. And then the moment that we heard from the organizer that he went over our head, we were like, "Yeah, no way, dude."
It shows a lack of patience, if absolutely nothing else.
Yeah, I'd agree. Because if the thing I'd be afraid of is you let him in and then suddenly he's like, no, let's change this, and it's like, no, dude, you stay in your lane. Like, we got this figured out. But now he's just doing the basic of the basic, which maybe somebody cares, but honestly, like,
and that's good for newer collectors, but
maybe I can see that.
Like that's a lot of YouTube as well. Is like you can sneeze and find one of those videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well,
it's past 12 o'clock here.
It's 1:15 midnight. I know we started late, but
it's good enough. It's almost here.
Yay! Sure, we'll have plenty to talk about on it next week.
Yeah, me saying this will probably be a short one at the beginning. This will have been a lie now.
It's still 2:15 at this point, I think.
Yeah.
That's short by comparison. And oh, did we burn bright in the middle there. Cool. All right. Well, I'm going to go get some sleep.
Me too.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Okay, see you guys next week.
All right, see you.